My 13-year-old daughter broke her orthodontist's jaw with a trophy, and I framed it in our living room. The police called me at work to say my daughter Maya had assaulted Dr. Garrett Hoffman at his orthodontic practice. She'd grabbed her perfect attendance trophy from the waiting room display and hit him so hard his jaw broke in 3 places. I was a pharmaceutical sales rep covering 6 counties, and I'd been in the middle of a pitch to a hospital administrator when my phone rang. The officer said Maya was in custody, and I needed to come immediately. I left without finishing my presentation, knowing I'd just lost a major account. During the 30-minute drive to the police station, I tried calling Maya's phone but got voicemail. I tried Dr. Hoffman's office, and a receptionist said the doctor was in surgery and they were pressing charges. My daughter, who'd never been in trouble, who made honor roll every semester, who volunteered at the animal shelter, had committed felony assault. At the station, they took me to a small room where Maya sat with a juvenile services coordinator named Angela Pruitt. Maya's hands were bandaged and there was blood on her school uniform. Not her blood, his. She looked up when I came in and said 4 words that stopped my heart. Mom, he was raping me. The room tilted. Angela Pruitt's face went pale and she immediately stopped the interview. She said we needed different personnel for this type of disclosure and left to get a detective trained in child abuse cases. Maya and I sat alone for maybe 90 seconds before I asked if she was hurt. She shook her head and said it hadn't happened today, that today she'd stopped him before he could. I asked how long this had been going on. She said 14 months since her first adjustment appointment. Every single visit to that office for braces tightening had included him taking her to a private room and assaulting her while his staff worked in other parts of the building. I asked why she hadn't told me. She started crying and said she tried to tell me 3 times, but I was always rushing to work or on the phone with clients. She said she'd tried to refuse to go to appointments, but I'd insisted because we'd already paid $6,800 upfront for the full treatment. She said she'd begged me to switch orthodontists, but I'd told her Dr. Hoffman was the best in the region and we were lucky to get in with him. Every word was a knife because I remembered those conversations. I remembered telling her to stop being dramatic about the dentist. Detective Yolanda Reeves came in with a camera and recording equipment. She was in her 40s with kind eyes that had seen too much. She explained to Maya that she needed to hear everything in detail and it would be recorded for the investigation. Maya took a breath and started talking. She described how Dr. Hoffman would schedule her appointments for the last slot of the day when other patients had left. His staff would still be there but working in other rooms, cleaning equipment and doing paperwork. He'd take Maya to a private treatment room in the back of the suite, tell her to get in the chair, then lock the door. The first time he'd said he needed to do a special adjustment that required privacy. He'd put his hands on her in ways that had nothing to do with braces. She'd frozen, not understanding what was happening. By the second appointment, she knew but felt trapped. He'd told her that if she reported him, no one would believe her because he was a respected doctor and she was just a kid. He'd said her mother would be furious about losing the money we'd already paid. He'd said he'd ruin our family financially if she spoke up. Each appointment for 14 months, the same pattern. Last slot of the day, private room, assault. I sat there listening to my daughter describe medical rape in clinical detail and felt my entire reality fracture. Detective Reeves asked if there was physical evidence. Maya said she'd started recording the appointments on her phone 3 months ago after she'd tried to tell her school counselor and been dismissed. The counselor, a woman named Mrs. Pemberton, had said Maya was probably misinterpreting normal medical procedures and that accusing a doctor of something serious could have legal consequences for our family. Maya had gone home that day, bought a small recording device online with her babysitting money, and started documenting everything. She had 11 recordings from 11 appointments. She pulled a small digital recorder from her backpack and handed it to Detective Reeves. The detective asked why Maya had assaulted Dr. Hoffman today if she had evidence. Maya's voice went flat. She said she'd gone to her appointment this afternoon and found her 10-year-old sister Iris in the waiting room. Our younger daughter had just gotten braces consultation scheduled with Dr. Hoffman for next month. Maya realized he was going to do to Iris what he'd done to her. She'd grabbed the trophy from the display case and hit him before he could take Iris to the back. Then, that's when things got out of control. To see the full story, click the link below or go on my channel.